Jā. Pienākusi kārta otrajai daļai. Pam, para, pam, pam. Tum, turu, tu, tu. Tā. Skatāmies, kas mums te notiek tagad. Ta, para. Šā. Para, pa. Tu. Para, pa. Šādi. Tā. Labi, raujam vaļā. Vampyr. Take responsibility for your actions. Jā. Kas te labs ir? Upgrades varētu sanākt nevēlas. Defensive, autoframe. Jā, normāli. Tā ir sapēr, kāpēc tikai iekšķi. Jā, šie būs dārgāki. 15 endurance. Medical regeneration. Endurance. Izčisturīgāki būsim. Dievs, laikam es esmu izstaigājis, kas te ir. Janitor asked nurse Crane to secure the floor. Then he assistants. Puķītei ūdeni vajadzētu atnest. Labi.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Labi. Uzmetīsim pierējus arī te. Jā, Torka, tu esi skaists cilvēks. Tev to pateica viena sieviete. Dabūs pa dibena. Tad taču kaut kāda mape bija. Hideouts. Night should help the Pembroke Hospital cope with the epidemic. Vekuri morgs. Skaidrs. Viss rāda mums ceļa. Viņš rāda mums ceļu uz morgu. Nenodzina bārdu Džeks. Viņam nav laika.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Jā. Ploha tas vakiem. Kaitai. Šarībā bārdi jūtas vērtīgāks. Tādas vampīriskas skaņas. Glass well. Vispār diezgan stilīga spēle. Pagaidām. Jūs izgāja ārā? Nopietni. Ies atpakaļ iekšā. Tavs komentārs ir dīvaināks par šo spēli. Vēl 5 šiliņi.
It's locked, all right.
O.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Un 2 šiliņi. Un tas skaņas kaut kā nepatīk.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
O, jā, tiks caur tiem vārtiem. Tāpat vēl kaut kas ir, o. O. Varētu patalizēt, tas jau dziļi domā. Jā, es tev pilnīgi piekrītu. Hold on, vajag tvērkot. Viņš savādāk nevar noturēt savus skatītājus.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Arī jāiet lejā uz visam arī augšā pierīgs. Vai kaut kas garšīgs. Huge blood sample. Ko? Porno dzīvē jau nē. To arī savā kanālā.
These skulls feed from corpses and husks of animals. They're not after blood.
Kur tas vēl viens pazuda? Džigits. O, jo, haydi. Oho, oho. Mirsti. Quinines Feathers Torture. Tur vēl viens. Tos mošķu skaņas atgādina divu, zini. Domāju, šitas ir virinātājs, jā? Varbūt. Vampīrs virinātājs. Interesants salikums. Nā, atkal pakārsies. Šoreiz nē. Office of Pembroke Hospital Medical Examiner Report of Male Fisherman.
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
Nu, futbols beidzās.
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor or a fisherman. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were increased, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked. It's locked.
O, bossiņš. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bosa, jā. Futbols nekad nebeidzas, jā. Varbūt. What the? What the?
It's locked, all right.
Ir jākājot, nevar. Fuck. Nu nevar nokāpt, nu. Nevar. Kaut kā galīgi nesanāk. Kaut kā ir jāvar nomainīt arī ieročus. What? Nu, kostas, jā. Šitas vispār mēsls. Kas tā? Ir visādi cīši. Šis jānomaina. Tak spīds. Lielāks. Saņem.
These skulls can be so ferocious.
Tā būs ar
Not
katru.
sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger.
Yeah.
To drink blood is so tempting.
Hiya. Whew. Yeah, I did it. Laikam jau tur nekā vairāk nav. Es kaut ko labu būšu savācis, varēšu upgradeoties. Nu, re. Kas tas šitie ir visi? To cure a sick citizen during the dialogue. Use it to cure a sick citizen. Water-rich small dose of water. Create blood serums for vampires. Labi tā. Upgradeoju. Okay, yeah, so subjective. Par šo tēmu tas vajag baigi labi man sanācījumi. Okay. Okay. Kur es varu redzēt, piemēram? Main quest. For craft the treatment for fatigue. Treatments. This one vajag. Kā? Ir. Esam uz slimnīcu. Nav atvērts tagad.
It's locked.
Ai. Nav skoki. Mačeti neapmācīt bārdu. Esmu slimnīcā.
It's locked, all right. Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. The poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke. Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the doctor many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. Then I can go back to the people who need me.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks, and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place, and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here, this Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. B. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tension between the gangs and the dockers' trade union. Wet boot boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know. No one dares to go between, not even criminals.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Duke Digby.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
The pain. Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr. Swansea in his office. He's been looking for you. Seemed pressing.
Rat in a hospital. Nej då, jag ska inte dricka. Это turbūt uz otru stāvu. Šita apgrēdoties. Nedaudz apgrēdoties. Nezinu, ko apgrēdā. Oh. O, kas te ir? Kāpēc? Tas kaut kas garšīgs.
It's locked.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
I'm a dead man. I was murdered. Now I'm a murderer. Tell me how this is a gift.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Can't miss her.
I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Jep. Iesim, paskatīsim. Kādos mēslos ir Lady.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
Oh, nē, sorry.
We'll see each other again soon, Edgar.
No need, no nothing. No. Es vēstos nozīmē. Kāpsim lejā.
Took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
O,
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
vai glabā.
It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp. The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was
Yeah,
the case,
man.
I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drop here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Kur tu neliksies, nāksies un tā atbildēt. Ja pakalpiņš skrien un visi dara šitai. Čau.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient I get.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many violent attacks.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. Those incompetent cunts is a poor sod's veil.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigan's, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Jāapsteigā visas sietas, jāizstāv, jābūs.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of the hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks...
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Nurse Brandon.
Good evening, Doctor.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
To clear Dr. Tippett's name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swansea's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such...
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedience, maiden. Please, someone help!
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I don't like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, Nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Dodged death so many times. Can't just die like this. Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survive the trenches suffer from russophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend. This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment on me. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. Taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together.
Vienu to pašu.
Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Labi, vecīt.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Vajadzēja parunāt no sākuma ar to māsu laikam.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Atradīsim. Galvenais palielam vismaz visu savākt.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Yeah. What the fuck? Kas tas bija? Divnīkuļus. Kaut kāds trakums.
He's locked the door behind him. I need to find another way to follow him.
Ignacy Gatowskis. Aj. Ну да, смешно. Droši vien nav kā balsiņš. Whoa, whoa.
What sort of creature is this?
Whoa, whoa. Damn it. Šis ir grūtāks. Un bossīgs. Es redzu, kā no ieročiem labi esmu dabūjis, jā. Вот кого-то чё? Es jau kurā brīdī var samērīt. Hey.
What sort of creature is this? Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check, but I should anyway.
Mīzeļasta. Tāds ko centiņš. Tas ir baigs. Man. Dorothea to get help, no tricks, no charges, no questions asked. It's fine there is Patrick his house and present this to Dorothy.
Check up in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Dorothy. Ak, tu nešpetnā. O. Sveiks. Tas dod asins. Ņama. Nu, Dorothy.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better after.
Tā kā Batmans klāba labās. Nebet izlēmums. Ko Tors kā var pateikt, ir nodzina bārni. Interesanti. Tiešām laba spēle. Te notiek būs vēl kaut kur dēļ.
I cannot enter.
Jā. Ko tad viņš tur var aiziet? Pār tiltam. Ņama, ņama. Wow. Wow. Ir karsta tie mēteli, protams, ka ir. Nenormāls karstums īstenībā. Drausmīgs. Nu, tagad tā arhīva, kas ir curfew. Grūti tādas lietas, ko grūti tādas lietas. Oh, fuck, viņš ir tik spēcīgs. Olas krīt, ko? Ko tu runā? Vai mēģinās izskatīt cauri neiezgot to džekiņu? Nu jā, te nu gan izskriest. Oho! Wow, wow! Whoa, whoa! What's going on in here? Okay. Okay, šitā mēs varētu ielikt. Šitā. Nav jau patrām. No. Labi. Pagaid, laikam bija spēlēt. Pietiekami spēlēt jau. Давай.